was supposed to be just another listing in a quiet town, but some houses don't want to be sold, they want to be fed. I used to be a real estate agent. Back then, I prided myself on being able to flip any property, water damage, bad neighborhood, even a murder or two on the record. I could sell it. I didn't believe in ghosts. That was before the Dalton House. It was an old Victorian tucked at the end of a winding dirt road, obscured by weeping willows and thick fog that always seemed to cling to its roof. No matter the weather, the exterior was worn but striking faded teal paint, tall arched windows, rusted iron fencing, the kind of place you'd see in a Gothic novel. As I stepped onto the porch, the boards groaned under my feet like they were sighing awake. The listing came out of nowhere. One morning, my broker handed me a manila envelope and said, "You're taking this one, no explanation, just an address and a note. House must be shown alone." That should have been my first red flag. That's when I first heard it. Faint, almost imagined, soft murmuring voices just beyond the walls. The house had been empty for years. Inside, the air was ice cold. My breath came out in puffs. Even though it was late summer, the front room was immaculate. Polished hardwood floors, antique. Furniture untouched by dust, like someone was still living there. That was unsettling, sure, but I'd seen weirder. A leather-bound journal, cracked with age. Inside, pages of names, dates, little notes. I took photos, made notes, even sat in the grand old parlor to sketch a layout. Fresh ink. My name hadn't been in the book yet. I thought maybe someone was squatting upstairs. I called out. Of course, I had to follow the instructions. One guest at a time, nothing. Said he was looking for a quiet place to write. I let him inside, waited in my car like the note instructed. Each step on the winding staircase felt like walking through syrup. No answer. I called out. I reached the guest bedrooms, all made, all pristine. Each bed tucked tight, flowers and vases, no signs of life but too much presence to feel empty. I searched every room. Upstairs, the air got thicker. That's when I found the guestbook. It was sitting on a small table in the upstairs hallway. Lovely stay. The hosts were very kind. Felt like I was being watched, but still comfortable. Didn't want to leave. The last entry was dated 1967. The guests, they were still there. Trapped. Content. Watching. Something about the handwriting chilled me. It looked recent. I left that day uneasy, but my job wasn't done. The next week, I scheduled an open house. Always the same tone, calm, resigned, welcoming, still hot. That day, a man showed up mid-30s. Polite. An hour passed, too. All smiling, all watching me. Their eyes were calm, almost kind. Finally, I knocked on the door. The house was empty. No sign of him, but in the upstairs hallway, a new entry in the guest book. His name, today's date. One line, feels like home. I backed down the stairs, out the door, into the cold. It needs someone to bring the guests. I reported it. The broker just said, that happens sometimes. That's when I knew something was wrong. But I kept going. It was like I couldn't stop, like the house had latched onto me. Over the next 2 weeks, 5 more people toured the house. None of them came out. I sell condos now, boring, new construction, clean drywall. Each time, a new entry appeared in the guest book. I stopped sleeping. At night, I dream of standing in the hallway surrounded by whispers. One night, I returned to the house alone. I just needed answers. I stepped inside and called out, "What do you want?" The house creaked. Then, soft footsteps above me. I followed the sound up the stairs. At the end of the hallway, one guest room door was cracked. Open. I pushed it gently. Inside, empty. Except the bed was freshly made, and beside it, a silver tray with a steaming cup of tea. There was no one else there, or so I thought until I turned to leave and saw them. Reflected in the antique mirror across the room, faint as fog, stood 6 people. The last figure, it was the man from the first showing. I spun around. The room was empty. I didn't run, I couldn't. My legs just wouldn't move. The next morning, I tried to quit. My broker didn't look surprised. "You'll finish the listing," he said flatly. I asked him, "What is that house?" He just shrugged. Some places are never empty. I walked out and never looked back. I changed my name, moved to states over, but sometimes, when I'm falling asleep, I hear the whisper of footsteps just outside my door. And last week, someone